Good morning. Never saw my head from that angle before. It's Friday and I made it back a little bit after midnight. Very productive trip. I'll show you a little bit of that here in just a second, but now it's time for a cup of coffee. What a week. Oh my gosh. We had hot weather, but actually great days. Pretty regular rain in the evenings, which was not that bad. Kept filling up the tank that kept leaking. We worked on a lot of different projects, including, see if I can do this at the same time. You can see we actually were putting chains on to help support this grating area right here. And sometimes you had to pull a little bit harder than normal to make the chains go. Let's see if we can get some leverage on there. Come on. I'm wishing myself to get it done. There we go. So the gratings are continuously rotting. Years ago, you guys were kind enough to help us with a bunch of IBeams. We finally are at the point where we can take those IBeams, weld plates on them, cut holes through where they go through, stick them out through there, and support the upper walkways. So we're going to be working on that our next trip. Now, we just spent a week out there, so we're going to have a week off, and then we'll be back out there again in a week. So again, if you want to come out and volunteer, it's basically going to be a Sunday through a Friday, or through the next Sunday if you wish that as well. Anyway, we get a lot of time out there. The weather has been amazing. Grumpy is still talking to me. And let's see if there's any milk in here to make this a little bit better. Yep, there it is. So on the tower, we've been doing projects like that. We were able to patch a hole, which I'll send you some video on here very shortly, in the water tank that was pouring out a stream a little bit larger than what I just poured out of this milk. Probably can't hear me over the machine there. So we were able to patch that hole. Now, because the tank has a lot of water in it, we weren't able to go in there and weld. Well, not yet. We haven't gotten to the point that I can weld underwater yet. But we did do, it was like one of those dang commercials, you know, where the guy goes, I can make a boat out of this stuff. Slaps it on. I could stop this thing from leaking. I actually did that from the inside of the tank. And it did. It stopped it from leaking, at least until we can weld it back proper. So, up on the tower, there's always projects. So much to do. There's a lot of things that we still need. Oh, I needed this good coffee. How you guys doing today? Good morning to you. That's nice. Got a chance to dive yesterday and the day before. Trying to put an underwater light on. And got the light all the way down to the 50-foot level. And it started flashing at me. Now, why would it be flashing other than the fact that water got in it and it was shorting out? So you'll have to wait a little while before we can put the big light down with these guys. But what we will be able to do is we hooked up a big light up above at 60 feet with about 20,000 candle power. And I can remotely turn that on when I'm here or not there. So I'm going to talk to the folks at Explore and see if we can set it so that the shark camera, which normally goes to highlights about 8:30 or 9 o'clock, see if we can have that pop on at 9 o'clock and turn on the big light, see if we can see anything. Should be interesting. Meanwhile, if you guys want an underwater light so you can see the sharks and the lobsters out walking around and all the craziness that happens in the middle of the night, then we'll list that in our wish list. We are trying to be wise with your money, and anytime you see me being silly with, you know, cigars or a drink or something, those have been donated by other folks. I'm not spending the money you guys give on those. And that would offend me too if it was what I thought that you were paying just to go have a great time. We work our butts off, usually 8 to 10 hours a day. And then we catch an extra hour to watch the sunset and relax. Don't get me wrong, guys. We have a lot of fun. But we work really hard. And our volunteers like Dirk and Tom, Lawrence, so many others, you guys are great. And I'm healing up well. I hope my eyebrows grow back in. Otherwise, I need a parrot for my shoulder. You don't need to keep hearing me talk. Go on and have a great day. I'll take care. It's a Friday. Make the best out of it.